Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Shots Fired podcast. It's your boy, Big Joe.
I'm your boy, Two True.
And Big West.
And we're going to start out this week like we do every week, starting out with our WTF moment of the week. This week's moment of the week goes to none other than Baker Mayfield. Baker out here shooting shots. Then he's crawfishing, backtracking on these comments, man. What do you think about that?
I think you just need to own up to what you said and let it ride.
I think if you're gonna talk about another man and you're gonna have the balls basically to call somebody out and say, you know, I can't believe they drafted him number one, blah blah blah. Why are you backtracking? What are you scared of now? You weren't scared to say it.
Competition.
I don't even think that's really a competition. I mean, he's looked all right, but come on now, man. Don't be scared. You shooting them shots.
Man, Baker Mayfield, okay, so he did an interview with GQ, and he made a comment along the lines of, I don't know why New York drafted Daniel Jones where they drafted him at, which was in the first round. You know, all the analysts were saying that, you know, you could probably get this guy in the late first round, early second, probably midway through the second. So the whole thing is when you did this interview, Baker Mayfield, you felt a certain way about New York drafting Daniel Jones where they drafted him at. But then you come out later this week and say it was taken out of context. Let's put some context to it.
Yeah, and then Baker's going to hit up Daniel Jones and just, you know, further walk it back and say, well, you know, it was out of context. I didn't say it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, you did.
You know you did.
But see, the thing is, the way I look at it, I don't see what Baker has to be afraid of. I mean, the Cleveland Browns and New York don't even play each other at all. I mean, maybe once every 4 years, but why are you making comments like that, but then, like you said, backtracking? Like, what's really going on? Are you afraid of this man, or are you trying to stay relevant, Baker Mayfield?
I mean, and I'll say this. As a Cowboys fan, when New York drafted Daniel Jones, I was ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, we got another Eli.
Yeah.
We have another Eli, which means we have 2 wins every year. But Daniel Jones has looked pretty damn good in the preseason. I understand this against backups. But so far, he's been pretty amazing. He's been making some throws. Is Baker afraid of the competition?
I don't, like I said, I don't think it's a competition thing. I just don't understand what makes you feel like you need to take shots and say, you know, it's all about winning and what did he ever win at Duke and this and that. The other thing for me is his homeboy that left New York and came to Cleveland can't keep New York out of his mouth either. Like, everybody in Cleveland wants to be talking about New York like Cleveland won something. No, you haven't won anything.
But if anybody has the right to talk about New York, Odell does. Odell, you know, he started with them. That's who actually drafted him. I mean, he can make the comments because basically at that point, I mean, he's played with him. He knows about him.
But he came out and he was like, oh, it was personal with them. They sent me there to die. Did you really feel like you were going to go die in Cleveland?
I mean, but you can feel that way.
Is some of that part of his uncertainty about going to Cleveland? You know, when you get drafted, I don't care who you are as a college guy. When you get drafted, in your mind, everybody has to be thinking, man, I hope this team don't pick me.
Yeah, I mean, look, Myles Garrett, their defensive end, didn't want to go to Cleveland. He wanted to come to Dallas. So at that time, Cleveland was not the place anybody wanted to go.
Right.
So Baker Mayfield made it popular. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to Cleveland, and we're going to turn it around.
Yeah.
But even for years, Cleveland has been that team to where, like they said, if you go to Cleveland, your career is over.
Yeah, like you send quarterbacks there to die.
I watched a video with Kevin Hart, and he was interviewing Johnny Manziel.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny Manziel was very, transparent. He was like, hey, man, when I got drafted to Cleveland, all my boys were like, no, like, you do not want to go to Cleveland. Like, that's trash. So to me, that's what I'm thinking is maybe Odell subconsciously was like, damn, I gotta go to Cleveland and I gotta play there.
But Landry is there. You know, the guy who's played high school football with, played at LSU with, his best friend is there. So, I mean, take it from him. Landry played there last year. He could have asked Landry, hey, how'd you like playing in
But that's what I'm saying. Why would Odell say it's personal? They sent me there to die.
I mean, you got
to me,
a lot of,
some of that is him saying, damn, like maybe he didn't want to be there.
So
he didn't want to go there.
I mean, who wants to leave a big market in New York and go to a small market in Cleveland? Like, let's just be honest.
He did. He didn't want to play with Eli. He was shooting his shots at Eli, saying, I need a quarterback that can throw the ball downfield.
But he didn't say, I want to go play in a small market. Think about Odell, man. Odell has made a name for himself with his spectacular catches.
Getting hit by nets.
He got a big personality. The kicking net incident.
Taking pictures of himself on Instagram.
Let's not forget that one.
I mean,
grabbing his balls.
Like, when you think big market New York, the first thing to come to mind is Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
When you think Cleveland, what comes to mind?
Losing season.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody wanted to go to Cleveland until Baker Mayfield made it popular to go there. And then when they sent him there, he probably felt like, man, they sent me here so they wouldn't have to play me, one, we in two different conferences. Two, you really didn't expect this team to be that good. Who's the head coach? We got uncertainty about the head coach.
Yeah.
We got uncertainty about the front office with John Dorsey. We really don't know what the team is about. It's a young team.
Yeah.
Don't have a lot of veteran players. But then they sent him here, and look what Cleveland has done. They acquired all these good players. John Dorsey is a damn good GM. He is damn good. We would love to have him in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Let him take over for Jerry. And just look at the personnel grouping. Like I said this before, the only question about the Cleveland Browns is coaching, head coach. We don't know what Freddie Kitchens is.
Yeah.
But so far, again, it's preseason. I don't put a lot of stock into it. But so far, Cleveland has looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, but like we talked about, man, Baker's out here swinging his nuts, grabbing his nuts. He's got that swag about him. Like he's really somebody. He won a couple games last year. That's fine. He's turning that franchise around.
Yeah.
But don't carry yourself with that swag like you're just this guy. And then when they call you on the carpet, you're like, oh, I didn't really mean it like that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And that's I agree with that. Like you said it, own up to it. Man,
yeah, be a man about it. You walk around like you're a big man. Be a big man and say, yeah, I said it. And
look, the NFL and these teams, they put these players through media training.
Yeah.
Kind of coach them up on what they need to say, how to say it, things like that. So when they get drafted, they already know what to expect.
Not unless you're Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know why I'm here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Y'all know why I'm here.
But, yeah, man, Baker Mayfield, own up to your comments, man.
Be a man about it, bro.
You grabbed your nuts on the sideline when you played in college.
Yeah.
Grab them now.
You planting the flag in the middle of OU's, Ohio's field. Come on now. Be grown about it. You want to act grown, be grown.
You gave Hugh Jackson that look like, you messed up, Hugh.
Yeah.
After fired.
So for that reason, Baker Mayfield, you get this week's What the Moment of the Week. We'll be right back.